Yeah, you kicking it with Tobe, huh? Yeah, you kicking it with Tobe. What? Yeah, you kicking it with Tobe. The latest podcast, you know? Yeah. What's good, wonderful people of the world? If this is your first time kicking it with me, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Kicking it with Tobe is a family where I want all people to catch a vibe, relax, and listen to some great guest speakers. If you like the content that's being created, you can subscribe on my podcast landing page where you could be a monthly subscriber for as little as $3 a month. Let's continue to inspire, be great, and most importantly, be you. Tobo. What's good, wonderful people of the world? My name is Toby. You are kicking it with me. For today's episode, we have a special guest. We have Ayo Akinwole. He is from Nebraska, went to Papillion High School. I feel like I butchered that once more, but it's okay. He played there, averaged 17 points, and he was able to play Division I basketball at Omaha, where he averaged 13 points, and then from Omaha did his graduate year at Drake University in Iowa. And he still wanted to stay after his graduate year, and he was blessed enough to become a graduate assistant at Drake, where is actually how I met Ayo, a fellow Nigerian. Met him in Albany, and I'm excited to have him on the podcast today. So I'll open it up just for Ayo to to say a few things, and we'll just go from there.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the introduction, man. You gassed me up a little bit, but hey, it is what it is, man. But yeah, like Tobe said, we met March Madness in Albany last year. And I think it was a blessing that we crossed paths, man. We kept up with each other to this day. So, bro, let's kick it, bro.
I love it. I love it. Let's kick it. Before we kick it, I would like to definitely say what the topic of today's podcast is. The topic is determination meets dedication. And that really resonates with your story. But before we get into the podcast, I always got to have a thinking like Tobe. And, I actually started thinking like Tobe right before we recorded this. And,
Okay.
I was doing a little research, and I seen that you were three different numbers. You were number 10, 14, and 11.
Yeah.
One, what is your favorite number that you have wore, and why did you pick that number?
Um, yeah, out of all three, number 10 is definitely my favorite.
Mm.
Yeah, bro, it was my high school number first, and then, right into going to UNO, it was my number all 4 years at UNO, number 10. So, honestly, the honest truth was I tried to get number 10 at Drake, but my homeboy had it. My homeboy, he had it already. And then I tried to get number 10 out here in Spain as well, but it's retired. It's the only number on our team that's retired. So, when the time comes, hopefully I can get back to 10. But yeah, that's my main number, bro.
Man, I love that. I love that. Kobe Bryant wore number 10 in the Olympics. So it's a golden number. It's a golden
Hey,
number.
for real, hey, anything Kobe had on, bro, you got it.
Speaking on that, you just picked up a few Kobe's that I was jealous about, boy. Hey, we
hey,
talking about kicking it. Come on, come talk to me real quick. I
hey,
see you
hey,
post those.
yeah, thanks, bro. We can chop off camera, bro, because I can't be telling everybody where I'm getting them from, bro. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get a couple pairs, bro. I got the Grinches. I actually got them right here, bro. People, some
Mm.
people been hating on them, man. People just saying whatever they want to say because they don't got them, bro. But I got them, bro.
No, I love that. I love that. And one thing I didn't mention in your intro was that you're playing basketball overseas in Spain now. Um,
Yes.
and I left this out on purpose because it's going to lead into my first question. Last time we spoke, for the listeners out there, we actually recorded a podcast last year, but due to technical difficulties, we weren't able to put it out. And this is before Ayo was making his transition to Spain. Before, I don't even think you were even thinking about Spain at this time. Um, and just kind of wanted to see, like, how has the adjustment been for you going to Spain? We talk about determination and dedication. You could have stopped your basketball career when you were being a GA and at Drake, but you still wanted to stay dedicated and follow that dream. So how's that been for you making your transition?
Bro, I really appreciate that question, bro. So, obviously the first time we recorded, bro, I think we had some gems in there, but obviously, whatever happened, I was in the middle of nowhere on my phone trying to talk. So, it didn't work out. But, back then I had the dream still of playing. I wanted to get back on the court, but I didn't know where. I didn't know if where I would be or if it was even possible. And then, bro, like honestly, I think I just got blessed, man. Like you said earlier, my Nigerian ties really helped me out. So I ended up getting a Nigerian passport. And overseas, if you got the way it works, if you got multiple passports, you can get more opportunities with specific clubs. So me having that Nigerian passport really helped me, bolster into this position. Because they don't have, because out here, bro, you can only have one or two Americans on each team. So if
Mm,
I got my Nigerian passport, they consider me African, and I'm not American. So they kind of bend the rules or whatever. But yeah, man, it was a lot of long nights in the gym, bro. Just like when I was at Drake, when we met, I was helping all my guys train. I was rebounding for them, work, putting them through drills. But then, after they were done, I'd get on some shots myself because I still got that dream, and then like all
mm.
summer just working out and just trying to stay on top of things, bro. And then when I got my opportunity, I did a little bit, I made a little happen, and so the teams they kept me on this long. So, bro, hopefully I can keep on going and finish the season out strong.
Man, I love that, man. I love that you never stops. That's the biggest thing. I always tell people, keep going, because you never know. Actually, my quote of January is, everyone starts their new goals and, things of that nature. So my quote for this month is, 25 25% of people don't reach their goals because they give up before trying. Another 25, no, that's 50%. 50% of people give up before trying. 25%
Yeah,
of people um don't realize how close they are to the finish line, but stop and give up. And then the last
yeah,
25 are the people that continue to keep going and are able to reach their goals. So I'm happy that you're that last 25%.
man,
Um,
yeah, for sure. Appreciate that, bro.
no, because it's true, man.
Yeah,
What has been the best part about moving to Spain? I know we spoke a little bit offline, the food, and it's so
yeah.
like talk to me, man.
Being immersed in a different culture, just seeing something else, bro. Like
Mm,
a lot of people don't realize, man, but when you cross the waters and you come to Europe, it's a whole different change than what we're used to in America.
mhm,
So yeah, just coming out here, honestly, like just working on my Spanish, trying to learn some Spanish, like I think that's unlocking something in my brain, like to just like it might help me in the future, bro. Like if I can learn some Spanish, you never know what opportunities can come from that. So, keeping my little streak alive on Duolingo or whatever, that's kind of what what keeps me going, bro. But, there's a lot of good things, a few things that I wish were a little different. Um, you
mm.
know, some Chipotle here or there, some Panda Express, Chick-fil-A, bro. But at the same time, you gotta try what they got out here, and usually it's not that bad, bro. So
I love that.
that's
I
that's
love
what
that.
I
You,
yeah.
you lost me when you said Panda Express. I can't eat that, man. I can't. Oh my gosh.
What?
Hey,
I lost you, bro.
you lost me, man. Hey, they said, hey, I try to think about it. I give Panda Express a shot every time. It's just like every time something in there that just doesn't sit well with my stomach. I'm like, I
You
can't keep
know,
doing this. I can't keep doing
hey, bro. All right, bro. Hey,
it.
you be getting the orange chicken?
No, I don't even know. What do I normally get? I think I normally get like the beef and broccoli or like
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where you went wrong right there, bro. The orange
I
chicken.
I see. Or the teriyaki chicken. That's normally what I get, the
Okay.
teriyaki chicken. But it just
Yeah, theirs isn't the best, but I feel you. Okay, I feel it, bro. I feel it. It's hit. Hey, people definitely say Panda hit or miss, so I got you.
hey. I'll try and give it one more shot, but if it's not hitting that next time, it's over. It's over.
It's over with. I feel you,
um Nah,
man.
man, I love it. You spoke a little bit about this earlier. Um, even when you were at GA working off the guys, you still even putting in your own work after that, what
Yeah,
motivated you to stay determined, and stay dedicated to your craft?
man, bro. I would say, my last season at Drake, my grad year, it wasn't everything that I really wanted it to be. We still were one step away from March Madness, but personally, I didn't feel like I did what I needed to do that year. So, just keeping that in the back of my mind, like, man, I can't go out like that. That can't be the last basketball I played like that. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. So, having that in the back of my head, and then also just seeing my guys, that I was um, helping every day, seeing how hard they work and their dreams, and talking to them. It motivated me as well, because I was like, man, I was just in their shoes, and like I love the game pretty much as the next guy. So I would say just seeing that and then having that bad taste, for my grad. It was a great experience though. I'll never talk down on it, but I just felt like I could have done a little bit more, bro. So having that on the back of my mind definitely motivated me.
No, I love that. I love that. Even it's like you're like, man, you're kind of like going into my next questions, just having that bad taste, you know,
Yeah,
how were you able to stay determined during that time, because as we spoke about it, 75% of people just give up during
yeah,
those challenging times. So what was
yeah,
that thing that helped you? And it's like, hey, if it's family, if it's, I know I can get there. What was
yeah.
that for you? That one thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, yeah, like, bro, there was plenty of times where I was almost just like, man, forget it. Like, I'm just going to stick around basketball out here in the States, whether that's working for a team, doing whatever that, there's a lot of opportunities, But I would say the one thing that kept me going, bro, was playing, not playing, but uh the one thing that kept me going, bro, just like seeing like all my homies, because I got a lot of homies that play overseas, whether it's
Mm,
Japan. I got a homie that play in Germany. I've had homies that played in Portugal. Like just seeing them have success with it, and those were guys that I played with. That really helped me, bro. So yeah,
mm.
seeing my homies playing, that's what really motivated me, because I was like, man, I was just hooping with them. I could do it too. So that's the one thing for sure.
No, I love that, man. I love that. Sometimes you just need that extra push, and it's always it could be internal, it could be external. And I'm happy that you found the thing that's going to help you keep going. Because
Yeah,
I I've seen a lot of people give up. I've seen a lot of
yeah,
people keep going, and that kind of determines your path, your journey, your success, your
yeah,
greatness. And a part of that journey, a part of that, I would say for a lot of people, the family impact. You're far away from your family,
that's tough.
um, playing basketball. How have they impacted your journey, and how has their love and shelter kind of given you the tools that you need to kind of succeed thousands of miles
Yeah,
away?
yeah, bro. So once I left Des Moines, Iowa, I left Drake. I would say around May of last year. So when I did that, I actually moved back home, bro. I'm 24 years old, moving back home with my parents. It was kind of like just a risk a little bit. Like, all right, I'm gonna see if I can really pursue this hoop dream. So them just welcoming back home, helping me figure out places I could work out. Because my people live in Texas, San Antonio, Texas now. So them helping me find places to work out and some trainers to work with, that was the underlying thing, because they just opened up the home back up. Obviously, I'm their child, but like at the same time, I'm getting older, so them opening that back up let me come home and get to work, keep working, and then obviously they just support me, man. The time difference is kind of tough. We recording this podcast right now. It's what, 6 over there, it's 12 over here, so at 12 a.m. So, it's hard to talk to them sometimes, but they were actually just out here, bro. They came for this past
Mm,
weekend. My little
mm,
sibling, my little brothers, my stepdad, and my grandma. So that was nice to see them out here in Spain,
that's
and
lit.
their support, bro. Their support is really everything I need, man. My mom's and everything. So, I wouldn't trade him for nothing, bro.
I love that, man. I love that. You said that they moved to San Antonio, Texas.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
feel
sir.
like all Nigerians move to Texas. If it's not Houston, it's somewhere. You know how I'm telling
Nah,
you the
nah,
truth.
nah. It's definitely Houston. I got some family in Houston too, bro.
Hey,
Nigerians.
same.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
and
wild.
they all in Katy, Houston too. Like it's like it's crazy. I'm like, okay, forget the East Coast now. Just go to Texas.
It's nice out there, bro. It's nice.
It get a little
Um,
too hot for me though. I can't do it. I can't do
yeah,
it
in the summer, it's crazy for sure.
for
For sure,
sure. You know,
man.
we're speaking a little bit about your family impacting you, making you feel comfortable coming back home. You know, playing overseas, playing Division 1 basketball, being a star high school athlete. You had a brand from the time you basically picked up a ball. Um, and what does that brand mean to you, and how do you keep it in a good light?
Man, bro. I mean, like that's something that I'm constantly trying to evolve, bro. Is my own brand, cause like I feel like what you bring to the table, whether that's in person, social media, whatever, like that's your brand. Obviously, we all got our own brands, but yeah, bro. So like I just say, just trying to live by the right things, right morals, helping people when they need help, and just keeping everything clean, like you know, not doing too much on the gram or Twitter or social medias, but keeping stuff in house, bro, and just doing what I gotta do. So yeah, I mean that's all I say. That's all I say for
No, I love that, man, because it's true, man. Like social media, you know, it could either make or break you. And for
yeah.
a lot of student athletes, for a lot of athletes, it kind of breaks them sometimes,
Sometimes.
we're not going to get into specifics, but if you know, it's one of those type of things.
Yeah, exactly,
Um,
exactly.
um, Talk to me. What you doing in your free time, man? You hooping all day? Like, w- okay,
Yeah, what a day in
you
the
wake
life
up.
out here look like.
Yeah, what's the day of the life? Talk to me.
Yeah, bro. So we'll get up, uh, say 9 o'clock. I'll cook up some breakfast, bro. Whatever. Sometimes I'll walk around the city, just maybe get some coffee or whatever, and then we got our first lifting and then practice at 12:30. So from 12:30 to 2:30, we lift and have a little like shoot around practice. Then usually, what's crazy out here in Spain, they got what they call siesta. So from 2 to 5 p.m. in the evening, it's everything shut down. Everybody go home and take a nap from 2 to 5, bro. It's the craziest thing ever. Like you walk outside, nobody's on the street, nothing. So after our practice get over at about 2:30, I come home, take a nap, like everybody else. And then I sometimes I'll get up after that, do a little bit of work. I'm working on a like you said, my brand. I'm trying to come out with something, bro. In the future, we'll keep that in house as well. And just I like to read in my free time, and talk to my friends if I can. Other guys that are playing overseas, see how they doing, check out on them because, like you said, bro, it's kind of a not lonely, but it's a different type of lifestyle here. So I'm on my phone a lot, just kind of checking in with people, things like that. But then 8:30 at night, we got another practice, 8:30 to 10:30, and that's our full team practice. And then after that, man, come home, eat a little dinner, call it a night, do it all over again. So yeah, that's my lifestyle right now, bro. I'm not complaining though, bro. I can't complain.
Nah, I love that, man. Sheesh, man. 2 practices of lifting. Wow, no chance. I missed the game, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't miss the practices.
Yeah, the practice. Nah, but you gotta just stay on top of your stuff, bro. I see you still be in the gym too, though. Don't act like you be slacking, bro.
Hey man. Hey, basketball. I'm slacking a little bit. I don't play as often as I used to now. I just lift, literally,
Yeah.
like, because here at Syracuse, there's not much. I mean, there's rec runs, but like it's kind of almost equivalent to like LA Fitness runs. And
Ah, yeah.
when
You
you
killing,
think about it, yeah, when you
killing
think
them.
about it, it's either you killing them or you getting fouled. which is
Yeah,
it's no in between. There's no in between. So it's just
it's
like
on.
it's one of those things you have to mentally prepare yourself. It's like, do I want to go and play basketball or have the possibility that I come out injured,
Yeah,
or do I
it's
just
not.
go and lift? And it's like, I know I'm not going to come out injured. I'm going to be feeling great when I leave here,
Yeah,
and then I'll be here for like an hour instead of 3 hours.
yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, that's an executive decision, bro. You made you made the right one, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
real rap, man. I always like asking this question. One, hold up, forget that. You're cooking, man. Like, what you over there making? We got Chef Ayo over there, huh? What we talking
Bro.
about? What we
So,
talking?
hey, I can make a mean breakfast, bro. Like, I can chef up a mean breakfast, but everything else, I'm still working, and like this is the perfect time for me to work on it. I got so much free time and whatever, but I haven't cooked too much. We actually get some meals from this lady. She kind of provides for us, and our club pays her. So, um, I'm lucky enough to have that. It's something to get by. But yeah, I'm working on my cooking skills, bro. But if you need some breakfast, I got you. Shoot, we could throw that down easily.
Hey, man, that's the crazy thing, bro. I
Mhm.
am not a breakfast guy. Like, I literally just get coffee and probably like a breakfast sandwich, and I'll be
Yeah.
gone. Like, I can't. I don't like sitting down and eating breakfast. It's just weird to
Uh,
me.
no, yeah, there's definitely my days I have that same type of vibe, bro. But sometimes like especially if I got practice or whatever, I gotta sit down and eat. But definitely just a grab and go. If I don't got practice, bro, shoot, coffee's good for me. That's
Hey, what's your coffee order? What's your coffee order? I gotta know. I gotta know.
man. Man, I hope they don't kill me for this, bro. But if we going to Starbucks, bro, I'm getting white chocolate mocha, bro. Hot.
Hmm.
Thing go crazy, man.
I never had that.
White chocolate mocha with the whipped cream, like, shoot, it's perfect, bro. I mean, I don't have nothing else. What about you?
You said I had
Oh,
Man, I'm a coffee connoisseur, man. Like, if we're going Starbucks,
yeah,
I'm doing multiple. So like holiday time, that's the one I get all the sugar, iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. Woo! But instead of almond milk, you get oat milk. Oh my god. I don't even like desserts, but that tastes like a dessert and I love it, man. Like
so
if
that's only holiday though. That's only
oh yeah,
holiday.
that's during like the Christmas time. If we doing something regular, degular, I'm doing. Oh man, I always switch. So I was looking at my Starbucks wrap up. I didn't even know they even did this. So it
Yeah,
tells
that's
you like
crazy.
the tells you the most ordered drink that I ordered this past year, and it was chocolate cold foam cold brew. I like that
Okay.
one. I like that one, or a toasted vanilla uh, oat milk shaken espresso. One of the
Yeah.
two.
Okay. But one of those is cold, one of them is hot.
They're both cold. I don't do the hot
Oh, they
drinks
both.
for.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. I'm not woke to the cold coffee yet, bro. The iced coffee or nothing. Is it good?
Amen. Amen. You have to try it. I'm telling you, like, only time I drink hot coffee is if it's from the office because I don't have to pay for it. But like,
Right. Right. Right.
if I'm paying for coffee, it's ice.
It's
It's
ice.
ice. It's ice. It's.
Yes, sir.
Hey
I heard
man.
you.
Hey man. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
um, you know, podcast title is Determination Meets Dedication. And in order for you to be determined or to be dedicated to something, you have to have gotten some type of advice throughout the journey from someone that stuck with you. And what was that advice and why did it stick with you?
Mm. You know, I could answer that two ways, bro. The first thing that came to mind when you said that was actually a bad piece of advice, in my opinion.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna bring the person's name out, but just someone saying I can't do what I think I could do. And and it's somebody that I respected or I had respect for, and I didn't think that they would come at me in that type of sense. But they did, and that's definitely stuck with me to this day. But then also just like, my high school coach, supporting me to this day. my couple of my college coaches supported me to this day. Like just them feeding into me. They got things to do, bro. They're busy. They're busy men, but they still have time to hit me up and ask how I'm doing, bro. And that's little stuff like that shows support that helps me keep going for sure. So, but definitely just the support from old friends, old coaches like that. That's easy. That helps a lot.
Hey man, support goes a long way, and a lot of people don't receive that support. So I'm happy that you have, man, because
Yes, sir.
because like somebody once told me, it takes a village to raise one person. So like having that small village of people that's kind of bringing you up throughout your darkest times, or even praising you through your brightest times,
Hmm.
which is needed and much
Hmm.
appreciated.
That's
Hey,
a
all
true.
right. So, I like asking these last two questions when it comes to the pod, just because, the podcast is all about self-improvement.
Yeah.
It's all about, following your dreams, chasing what you want to chase. And, the overall part is just be you throughout the journey.
Yeah.
And I always like to ask, what type of advice do you have for people that, might have their journey or their dream shot down throughout their journey? Or just don't feel as if they're good enough to get to where they want to go, because you're a living testimony of that. You've been through the trials and tribulations and you're still standing 10 feet. So what type
Love.
of advice do you have, man?
That's love. And man, it's gonna sound cliche, but I really believe it's true, bro. Like, if you put your mind to something 100%, like, not one foot in, one foot out, but you really are determined to do something and you're confident in yourself and you believe that it can happen, then it can happen for real. Like, I hear little kids, like I got a couple little brothers, and they selling themselves short, bro. They in high school and middle school, and they already saying they can't do this when they get older, or they can't do that. Bro, I think the world is yours if you really want it. Like, even you, like, bro, you doing what you want to do too. Like, you hyping me up on this podcast, but you doing what you want to do too. Like, and you getting up in the ranks everywhere you're at. I mean, shoot, you're at Syracuse, one of the most high powered places, schools in the country, bro. And it's a lot probably because we got the same mindset, bro, like, or similar mindset exactly. So yeah, I would just say, like, if you believe it, you can do it. That's my one piece of advice to a young kid coming up. But and don't ever doubt yourself. Like, I learned from one of my homies, he was like, bro, self-doubt is the worst thing ever. Like,
Mm.
obviously people tell you this all the time, but if you're doubting your own self, then what the next person gonna do, So, like, yeah, that's probably two pieces of advice I would try to spill to other people, or young kids, if I ever get the opportunity.
No, I love that, man. I love that because everything that you said is true, man. Self doubt is key. That's next to what's that saying? Comparison is the thief of joy. It's almost similar.
Yes, sir.
You're doubting yourself. Why? And it goes back to what you said earlier about
Mhm.
your brand and keeping everything in house, and not being on the socials and putting things out, because you gotta think about it. People doubt themselves because they see other people with it and they're like, dang, I can't be like that person. You don't need to be like that person. You need to be you and do it your
Exactly.
own way, you know?
Exactly. And
Uh,
that's why the gram, Twitter, all that is kind of dangerous in a way. It's entertainment to the fullest extent, but when people start comparing their journey or their story to someone else, that's when things definitely get a little rocky, bro. So you gotta run your own
exactly.
race. Yeah.
Exactly. Run your own race, man, at your own pace. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold
Hey,
on, hold on,
okay.
hold
Hey, talk to me,
on.
bro.
And they said word. Hey, that was a word wizard. I need to think of a name. I need to think of something for every time I do like some word wizardry. Oh, that was a
Yeah.
word wizard. For any time I do so, I need to think of like a. I need to think of something, because I be
Ah,
they come
yeah.
out of nowhere and I don't even think about it. I
Nowhere.
just say,
And then throughout
um,
all the podcasts, you just say that phrase or whatever. I feel
oh
you. I feel
yeah,
you.
that's I gotta think of something. I gotta think of something. I'm gonna let you know what I think of though.
So, and I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna try to think of something too.
Hey, but no, man, everything you're saying is true. Just hearing your journey, hearing that you're doing your thing, you never gave up, you kept going, that's saluting to you, man. Like honestly. And I like ending the podcast like this. Success is defined by the person. So I will
Hmm.
always get a different response depending on that person. So now, what is your definition of success?
Man, bro. Um, a lot of people would probably say like success is, dollars or a name or, fame or something, bro. But truthfully, I think success is within the person, whatever you think it is. Like, you know, if I if I'm every day, serving a community of people, doing whatever, giving them food, or if I'm a trash man, I'm picking up trash and I'm doing my job to the fullest, like that's successful. Like I feel like whatever you think is successful, if you put your foot all the way in there and you take that step into it, bro, then you can call that successful, bro. Like I mean, success is anything, bro. Success is hopping on this podcast with you, bro. Like this is legendary, bro. Like we won't, you know, there ain't no telling where we might be in a couple years. So, success is waking up, getting up out the bed every day, doing what you're supposed to do that day, in my opinion. So, that's not trying to get too deep, but that's kind of how I think of things, man. So for sure.
Hey, man. Um, just it's no limits ever to this podcast. If you this is about to be a pause. I'm sorry. If you want to get, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Hey, I
it. You just,
appreciate it.
I'm not gonna say
Hey, at least you caught it though before
Hey,
though.
you ever watch the podcast It Is What It Is with Cam? And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
They
he
talk
like
about everything on
he
there.
said, pause, we just trying to be professional.
Hey, yeah, they
Hey,
talk about
but
everything.
let me get back to being serious, man. But no, that's true, man. Success is no rhyme or reason, or it's like no equation on how you can calculate success. It's all determined on that person. If someone says, I woke up today, I did my daily essentials and I feel okay, that's success for them. You
Exactly.
can't met you can only measure it by the person. And I love your response. I always love hearing that because it gets me thinking on how other people think.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
which then helps you grow. Because I always say, you can't glow if you don't grow. In order to glow, you must grow. So,
Mm.
I always like hearing that. So I appreciate everything that you said on the pod, man. Thank you for kicking it with me, man. Thank
Sir,
you
we
for
kicked it
kicking it
in.
with me, man.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, bro. I appreciate you for considering me to get on here, man. That's love.
Oh yeah, you know it, man. I'm happy that you're doing what you love.
Sir.
Happy that you have a good surrounding and you have a good support system, which is important. And I'm I'm excited to kind of see where your future goes from here because it's gonna be bright, man. It's gonna be bright,
Honest.
and
Appreciate it.
hopefully we can get you back on another pod in the near future.
Sir.
Um,
Hey,
but
and if I get a pod, if I come out with a pod, I'm gonna need you on there too, bro. Like
hey,
for real.
hey, you have my hey. Just call me. just
Straight
just
up.
call me.
Yeah, all right, for sure. For sure, bro.
But nah, for sure, man. I do appreciate it. And always like to end the podcast like this. Be great. Only person that needs to think they're great is you. Tobout. Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe, huh? Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe. What? Yeah, you're kicking it with Tobe. The latest podcast, Yeah.